Well, hello. Who remembers these crazy papers, I ask? We set about making the insert pages for my Defemember, and I used pads and water to decorate the large papers. So this is how they've dried. We've got various markings which I think are lovely. This is the colour that came through from this side that I worked on, and then off camera I did a pink and green and gold one. Okay, so you can see the fold lines, they're the sizes of the pages that I want, but I want to do some more adding before I tear them up. So I've got the same orange and green distress pads. I've also got some Hobbycraft ink pads. I've got some brushes. I've got some corrugated cardboard that I've cut into a funny shape. I have got this Tim Holtz layering stencil, and also this one. I'm not going to be using the stamps, the actual stamps, only the stencils. I might even use some numbers. So, oops, let's set to and finish off this paper, and then we can get it to the size that we want. So it's easier for you guys to see, because obviously it doesn't all fit on. I'm going to work on half and then half. So I'm going to start with this stencil, and I'm going to try and go in the areas that there's less paint. So I think I'm going to start with this dark blue one, if there's any ink left in here. This actually looks like it's done its deed. I don't think, oh no, there is some ink, although I'm not convinced that is not the ink that's already on this brush. So that we have to deem as dead. That's fine. So I need a blue, don't I? Anyway, we'll work with this green for now. We'll have some crosses there and there. So just adding pattern really. So how are you all? What have you all been up to? I know you all thought I'd gone a bit mad when you saw what I was doing here. Hopefully you will like the end results. In that one I've gone over the fold as I did with that one. And this one will go over the fold a bit. Okay, let's do the other side in the same sort of way, and then we can break up our pages, and I'll show you what I was planning, because I want to break these up, and then I want to put tabs on them so that we've got flick areas, as it were. Okay, and then, oh sorry, a bit of a stitch, because I've been charging around doing the housework, and my daughter, I believe, is coming to collect me to go for coffee and cake with the children, so I've only got limited amount of time. Trying to put a different number on each page, don't know why, just feels right. Okay, and then obviously we want to go on the other side now, get our inks and things out of the way. Now, this one, what I wanted to do with this one, whoops, is get some really juicy ink. So I'll get the black Spectrum Noir and see if we can't do some really cool mark making with it, like that. Yeah, look, love it. So I'm just obviously using up what I've got here. Nothing really special, it's a bit of a cardboard packaging box. I am obviously getting filthy, but there you are. These things are sent to try us. And I will obviously go back and add some of this on the other side. I just wanted you to see all of the various things that I was going to be doing. So I'm going to come back in now and get on this edge with the orange and come through like that. Remember, this is only background. We're going to be doing all sorts of artwork on this for the Defemember projects. So this is not the end by any means. There we go. I think we'll have some green numbers on this side. So, did we do an 8? I don't think we did an 8. And I'm sure we didn't do a 3. Pretty sure we didn't do a 6. And let's go for a 2. There we go. So, I would obviously do the other sheet in a similar manner. And then what I'm going to do now is divide this up so we've got our individual sheets. So I'm going to put my metal ruler on the fold and just come straight down. And again on this one. This one. Okay, there's 4. There's 6. And this will be 8. Okay, and obviously I need to do the other sheet, which will give me my 16. Now, if I bring this back and open these up, don't want these, I'll think of something else to do with them in the future. It's just that they came with the folder. So, line these up, put that about there. Take a pencil, do a dot like that, and then I'm just going to take my hole punch, holding them all together. I'm just going to punch. Now if you've got one of those desk punches that does 2 at once, obviously that would be ideal. I have got one somewhere, I just don't know where it is. And just like that, they will all sit in there. And this will be my ephemera pages. Now obviously I've got a lot of extra space here. Okay, that doesn't bother me. I'm going to take this off the front because I don't want that on there either. I've got a decoration idea for that. These are my... Now, what's going on here? I think because it's plastic, it's very... Let's bend it back a bit. There we go. Now, do you know what that is? That is because... Right, there we go. Lesson learnt. That is because I've gone too far in. So, how do we fix that? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it because I'm going to be decorating these pages, and I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so we go again, same principle, just closer to the edge. There we go. That's better. There you go. And obviously, as I work through ephemera, I can cover those holes up. So that's not going to be a problem to me at all. Each page is cohesive, but different. And that's why I wanted to do it that way. Now, with regard to my tabs that are going to go down the side, various ways you can do this. I mean, I've got... one of these die cuts that I could run through my machine, or you could very simply take a piece of paper, you can fold it in half like so, and then if you take your scissors, wherever I've done with them, you take your scissors, cut yourself the size that you want, okay. And then you can just go in, round, up, along, round, along. And that will give you a tab. Yeah, so very simple. But I also have the envelope punch board. And for me, the easiest way to do them is with this. Now, I'm sure I've shown this before. If you haven't... Oh, no, Claire, no. You're supposed to be doing autumn. If you haven't seen this before, I'll give you a quick whiz now. Now, it was supposed to be autumny colours, wasn't it? So I'm just trying to look for a bit of dark coloured card. Oh, this will sort of do. So, fold this in half. Line up your tab. Yeah, so halfway, and that gives you your kink. Decide what size you want it. I'm going to put the tab end on the 2-inch, and then you can put the middle bit on the 2-inch and trip that, and then you've got 2 straight away, and you can just trim it off like that. Work out how deep you want it, and actually look, I could cover one of my holes up with that, like that. So decide, you know, how deep you want it, where you want it, like that. And then I'm just going to simply glue the whole thing like that. I won't actually cover the hole up on this one because I want this one to be right at the very top. So it's a bit like one of those sort of index things where they move down. So the first one will be right at the top, and then the next one will be here. So let's see, wants to be there like that, doesn't it? So just make sure that obviously you're putting them, well, wherever you want them, but if you want this style you need to make sure they are overlapped but underneath. Okay, so that's how that's all going to work. Okay, so open my second page, and obviously I don't want all these green and pink ones together. I want to intermix, to make sure that's where I want it, intermix the yellow as well. So I will do the yellow decoration. There you go. See, look, 1, 2. Okay, I'll use the do the yellow decoration and then intermingle the pages so they're all mixed up. So that's how I'm dealing with that. And then obviously we want to decorate this folder. We don't want this to just be black plastic, do we? So I'm going to use that paper packaging tape that I'm always moaning at you about, this stuff, okay? And oh goodness me. Right. First thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to run it all the way down. Make sure it's straight, which is not always the easiest thing to do, but I'm just going to run it down there like that. Okay, tear it off or cut it off, whatever. Turn it over. Like that. And then I'm going to continue all of the way around. So now I'm going to do, might get right across the back, I don't know, we might have to do it, oh no, well that's very diagonal though, isn't it? That's not very good, Claire. Pull that off, let's pull it off the roll, that'll probably make it easier, won't it? And then there we go, like that. Flip it over, get our paper out of the way. And this is going to allow me to stick paper to it. Oops, bent the page now, that's okay. Straighten that out. In fact, while we're faffing around, let's take all of them out of there. Trim that down there. Trim that one across there. Then obviously we'll do top. Excuse me. tear that one long enough, did I? Yeah, no, I'm not happy with that one. Sorry, that one's coming off. If the job's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And that was not right. There we go. Right. I did tell you ages ago when I bought this, in case anyone didn't see the video, this particular... Oh! Fortunately, look at that. I had torn off way too much, so that didn't matter, but that's all. This tape came from Tesco's. If you're in the UK, I'm sure there are many other places that you can get it, but I got mine when I got the food shopping in Tesco's. Okay. This side. Because this is now going to allow me to stick my decorative papers on it that I want to use. Extra little trim there. Okay, and then I just want to do these fold lines. So, I don't know if is one going to be wide enough? Let's have a look. Do you know what? I think it is. Right. Well, that looks a little bit odd at the moment. Okay, right. So, what we can do now is take our decorative design to go on it. Now, I watched Louisa Heinzel when she did that lovely Halloween card with all these different little squares. So that is what I am going to do to decorate my cover. So I have embossed loads of pieces of card. Those ones are not embossed, but these are, and I've gone for white, cream and craft. And before I add them down there, I just want to dingy up my edges with some brown ink. So I've got my brown ink. And I'm just going to go round all the way to give it that aged effect. Okay. It's paper tape, so of course it takes the ink quite nicely. Right. I'm going to just stick a couple down for you as a bit of a demo, because as I said to you, I'm watching the clock I really need to get myself moving if I'm to be ready when my daughter knocks at the door. So, having inked up what would be all my corners, the same as you would any sort of journal, I'm now going to set about sticking these down. So, this one, Queen of Hearts, I'm just using glue stick, and I'm going to fold it up so I can see where it would be, and I'm going to line it so that I've hopefully got the same amount of space on the side as I've got on the top, hopefully. Okay, that's that one. And obviously you want to mix them up. So I'm mixing up designs, trying to make sure that the pushed out side of the embossing, rather than the indented, is on the top. So then just going to line it up like that, and it becomes like a bit of a mosaic, yeah. And then I've got a cream one. Now I'm not worried too much if these lift a little bit, mainly because when I'm finished, to give it extra life and protection, I'm going to be let's use one of these to go on that. Oh no, that's slightly short. I've cut that one. What about this one? Yeah. But obviously I need to tear this one. Excuse me. Yeah, to give it extra protection and longevity of life and all of that, I'll be going over it with quite a thick layer of gel matte medium. So that'll hold down any bits that did start to lift. Okay. The other thing I would say to you is make sure, if you can, that your pieces of card are all the same depth, thickness, because otherwise you're going to have weird ups and downs, unless weird ups and downs are what you want. I've got bingo numbers, so I basically just tipped out all of my embossing folders and went from there. So line that one up there. So now, rather than dead squares, which is what Louise did, I've got mosaics going on. Don't want that one, I want something different. This one's got numbers on it. Okay, and then I think I'm going to have a photo in there, one of Louise's photos. I love this kit, you've seen me use it a lot lately. Well, since I had it, really. That one goes in there. The only thing I'm trying to make sure is that you can't see any black peeking through the sides. I don't want black. Oh, will you stick? For some reason the craft card is having an issue. The others all seem to be sticking quite nicely, and I am now obviously getting covered in glue. So now we need a creamy coloured one, don't we? Oh look, this one with the butterflies on is lovely. So I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to mark there. Then hopefully get a nice straight line, although you all know that's not something I do, is it? But we'll try. Oh, it's not bad, Claire. Not bad at all. Oops, that one. Okay. And then shall we have one of these papers? These come from Witchcraft Do You Do? Carry over at Witchcraft Do You Do? It's the Bits and Pieces kit. I think this is number 2 because there's a number of them in the range that she's done. There you go. But that's what it's going to look like, and I think I am going to be very, very happy with that. Right, this last one, and then I really must get on. Just having too much fun, that's the trouble. Right, you have too much fun, don't you? That's the trouble. This one is really, for some reason, giving issue. It's another reason, I think, to put it down and let it all adhere properly. So there you are. That's how my cover will look when I'm done. A little bit more shading, etc. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had fun and inspiration watching me do that with these crazy paint papers that will sit inside. Stay safe. I'll be back very soon. Ta-ta for now.